best feature of the iPhone has always been its camera. There are a lot of fans for the device's outstanding camera performance. The iPhone 11 Pro Max's camera has been called one of the best camera smartphones in 2019. So, how could Apple improve the camera for the iPhone 12? Well, let's find out the answer to that question and talk about the camera in Apple's iPhone 12 in this video. The camera has always been one of the most pleasing features in Apple's smartphones. It's said Apple is making some noticeable changes in the camera for the iPhone 12. Some tech sources say the new iPhone will have a 64-megapixel main camera and multiple lenses that will support night mode, ultra-wide lens alongside a dedicated macro mode. Image stabilization will be supported using a technology called sensor shift. This allows the sensor to move accordingly and avoid disturbance caused by shaking of the camera. Recently, an Apple leaker named Max Weinbach stated iPhone 12 models will have a 3x telephoto zoom lens with improvised smart HDR software and provide features like low light performance, sensor shift, and automatic white balance improvements. Some reports state iOS 14 Beta 1 shows that iPhone 12 series will allow the user to record 4K videos at 240 frames per second, which will allow full clarity slow-motion video recording. However, users will be able to capture 4K videos at 120 frames per second as well. Others claim iPhone 12 will feature a 3D camera, which makes us believe that Apple will be using the LiDAR scanner, which has been added to the new iPad Pro models. For those not familiar with LiDAR technology, it is short for light detection and ranging. This remote sensing method uses a laser to measure ranges and can make a digital 3D representation of a targeted image. The LiDAR scanner in the iPad Pro can use reflected light to measure ranges from the sensor to the surrounding object up to 5 meters. This works both indoors and outdoors and is able to map the surroundings at a photon level at nanosecond speeds. The depth frameworks in iPad OS work along with the depth points measured by the LiDAR scanner and the data accessed from the camera as well as motion sensors to provide a better understanding of a scene or image while increasing the augmented reality capabilities. Therefore, if the information about the use of the LiDAR scanner in the iPhone 12 is true, we will see a 3D camera in iPhone 12 that will work just like the iPad Pro's camera. There are also rumors of using VCSEL lasers in order to provide a 3D depth sensor, which can at least be seen in one of the upcoming iPhone 12 models. We might also see a time-of-flight rear camera in the 6.7-inch model of the iPhone 12. Some features, such as sensor shift technology, a time-of-flight camera, etc., might only be limited to the high-end iPhone, which is the 6.7-inch Pro Max. For the front-facing camera, iPhone 12 is expected to use a smaller camera that will be suitable for the smaller notch and the improvised bezel ratios. There's even a possibility of seeing an iPhone 12 with no notch or Face ID in 2020. In the future, all smartphones will try to reduce the size of the notch or completely remove it from the design. Therefore, tech experts claim that this could start with the iPhone 12. Face ID on iPhone 12 is expected to have a wider view in order to support unlocking at a broader range of angles. Our opinion about the camera on the iPhone 12 is that Apple, always a contender among companies providing the best camera features in smartphones, will offer a unique camera with excellent features. Since Apple has about $192 billion in its pocket, that gives them the opportunity to create features for their devices in a unique way.